The days are going by so fast. Summer is just about over. You cough, you sneeze, achoo. We're in September. Are you ready? Are you prepared? Are the kids scheduled? Do you have them down to a routine? Do you actually know what's going to go on or what you would like to go on? Do you have anything planned that will make the year a little bit better? That's something for us all to think about. All right, good morning. Happy Thursday. Today is now August the 6th. It is now 4:01 a.m. in the morning for those who'd like to know. Some of you are getting off work, some of you are on your way in. Be sure to have your water, your vitamins, your supplements, take some fruit, and do some stretches. Stretches are for everyone. You may not have a full workout routine, but stretches are for the muscles, are for the joints. You know what I'm saying? So take care of yourself before somebody else tells you and you have a nerve to get all upset and disgruntled. Just take care, okay? Oh boy, I slept so good yesterday. Let me tell you, the sleep was much needed and I needed it, right? But I got a confession. I got a confession. All right, so last night, like around a little bit after 10, right, I started hearing noises over at my neighbor's house, right? You know, I don't like them, so I don't really bother, right? So I'm hearing the noise, and I'm just gonna admit, the very thought of her possibly having her ass whipped all night made me fall asleep so freaking fast. It was like a lullaby. It was like bop 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 bop. I was like, sweet bliss. Look, every day I'm a work in progress. That right there made me sleep really wonderful, knowing that somebody may possibly feel the same way about this chick that I did. The only sad part about it is there are kids involved, so hopefully someone intervenes and makes sure they're okay because all night that was such a workout. Like when I woke up, I thought I heard something else, but I don't know. But shit, all night. I mean, she's a piece of work. So if you got that workout on all night, look, I'm not condoning violence. But it sure was funny, the thought. Mm-mm-mm. Gotta dig a little deeper. Dig a little deeper. So, today we are doing Proverbs 15, and that ends the Proverbs series, okay? So, follow right along. Where's my hat? You know I gotta have a hat. Where is my hat? Mm-hmm. There we are. Okay. How are you? Happy birthday to those doing Leo season. And congratulations to those who are having celebrations and anniversaries and all the like. People are starting. This is usually the time when people have a lot of family reunions. Be careful, be easy. Don't overdrink, don't overthink. Hey, if there's some truth that falls out, maybe that's what needs to happen. We have way too many people living half truths and lies out here. So don't be so quick to fight your family members as you need to ask questions and you need to know the truth. There are way too many generations right now that are in the hangman position because they are living lives of lies. They're also hiding way too many secrets that everybody else but them knows, okay? It's like hiding in plain sight, and you're the only one that doesn't know what's going on. All right, here you go. So let's get on with Proverbs 15. I'll give you a chance to grab what you need to grab so that we can get over there. This is what I was talking about the other day with my Bible. Pardon me, I write things everywhere. You see it? It says Pamela Cook. 2324 West Lexington Street. Don't know her, but this was my father's Bible. So I'll be doing some research on that pretty soon. Because here's the thing, a lot of us don't understand that we are a county, a country, a state, a street away from a lot of our relatives because the way slavery was set up. A lot of us are walking past our relatives every day not knowing who they are. And we're taking for granted skin color. You think because that person is white, Mexican, Asian, or from Turkey, Istanbul, anywhere, that they can't possibly be related to you? Oh, I digress. There's a very big possibility that a little bit of everybody has some kind of connection to you, whether it be through or buck, okay? So just be aware that we have a lot more going on than we realize. Through the practices of the transatlantic slave trade, and things go on so much, and the way the farmers and the harvest, and the way the gold rush era went, a lot of families did migrate for different reasons. And for survival reasons, a lot of people took mates. They took husbands and wives. They made kids for whatever reasons, various reasons. Some made kids so that they can have more help on the farm. Some made kids because they can get more government assistance for them. There's different reasons why. But we just need to be aware that there's more truth that needs to come out. Some people don't know what families they're really interconnected with. Some people really don't know what's going on. And the current situation with the borders being opened up, a lot of us are starting to realize that we're a lot more, we have a lot more Spanish, Latino, Mexican in us than we thought. And indigenous, a lot of us are starting to realize that we are in fact indigenous to this place here. And there are many differences between an Indian, a Native American, a Mexican, and a African. Well, I can't even say African, an American, because if you're born here and you've never been to Africa, I can't say that. You're American, okay? I am American. I'm American first because I was born here. I've never been anywhere else born. As far as raised, I was raised here. However, I do have some other mixture of culture within me. Do I appreciate everything that I am? Yes, I appreciate every single ingredient. I appreciate all cultures and what they have in store. But I'm going to tell myself the truth, and I'm not going to gaslight myself. I'm not going to look for any groups of validation. I'm going to tell myself the truth and be identified from there. We have a lot of people who want to build themselves up in one way or another and still want to take the benefit of the doubt from, or to get the benefit from all sides by manipulating and code switching. Let's find a path, stay on it, and identify from there. Let's be relative from there, because the attempt at trying to be aristocratic, or thumbing your nose at other people because you feel as though where you come from is much more better than the other person's place. Well, everybody, to me, seems to appreciate where they come from. How dare you thumb your nose at anyone? Okay? So, respect is a free thing. So, how dare you hold it hostage and still expect it? All right, so let's get into this Proverbs 15. A soft answer, if you hear anything, that is the washing machine. I'm doing laundry. Okay. A soft answer turneth away wrath, but grievous words stir up anger. The tongue of the wise useth knowledge aright, but the mouth of fools poureth out foolishness. The eyes of the Lord are in every place, beholding the evil and the good. A wholesome tongue is a tree of life, but perverseness therein is a breach in the spirit. A fool despiseth his father's instruction, but he that regardeth reproof is prudent. In the house of the righteous is much treasure, but in the revenues of the wicked is trouble. The lips of the wise disperse knowledge, but the heart of the foolish doeth not so. The sacrifice of the wicked is an abomination to the Lord, but the prayer of the upright is in his delight. The way of the wicked is an abomination unto the Lord, but he loveth him that followeth after righteousness. Correction is grievous unto him that forsaketh the way, and he that hateth reproof shall die. Hell and destruction are before the Lord, how much more than the hearts of the children of men? A scorner loveth not one that reproveth him, neither will he go unto the wise. A merry heart maketh a cheerful countenance, but by sorrow of the heart the spirit is broken. The heart of him that hath understanding seek knowledge, but the mouth of fools feedeth on foolishness. All the days of the afflicted are evil, but he that is of merry heart hath a continual feast. Better is little with the fear of the Lord than great treasure and trouble therewith. Better is a dinner of herbs where love is than a stalled ox and hatred therewith. A wrathful man stirreth up strife, but he that is slow to anger appeaseth strife. The way of the slothful man is an hedge of thorns, but the way of the righteous is made plain. A wise son maketh a glad father, but a foolish man despiseth his mother. Folly is joy to him that is destitute of wisdom, but a man of understanding walketh uprightly. Without counsel, purposes are disappointed, but in the multitude of counselors they are established. A man hath joy by the answer of his mouth, and a word spoken in due season, how good is it? The way of life is above to the wise, that he may depart from hell beneath. The Lord will destroy the house of the proud, but he will establish the border of the widow. The thoughts of the wicked are an abomination to the Lord, but the words of the pure are pleasant words. He that is greedy of gain troubleth his own house, but he that hateth gifts shall live. The heart of the righteous studieth to answer, but the mouth of the wicked poureth out evil things. The Lord is far from the wicked, but he heareth the prayer of the righteous. The light of the eyes rejoiceth the heart, and a good report maketh the bones fat. The ear that heareth the reproof of life abideth among the wise. He that refuseth instruction despiseth his own soul, but he that heareth reproof getteth understanding. The fear of the Lord is the instruction of wisdom, and before honor is humility. Yeah. Selah, so be it, so let it be. Amen. Ashe, ashe, ashe. Let it be known that the instructions of the Lord are very, very well recorded in the books of Proverbs. Yay. All right. Hopefully you are ready for this weekend. You are prepared, because it's going to go really fast before you know it. And we'll be waking up again at 5 a.m. to get the kids on the bus again. Alrighty, let's go. Hopefully everyone has a good mood. For some reason, I am in a great mood today. You know, as a creator, as an advocate for humanity, and a writer, it is very, very, very important that I take my time when it comes to words and research, because you have a responsibility. Once you deem yourself an influencer or a role model or a parent or someone who just has a testimony, you're responsible for the authenticity of it. You're responsible for resources. You're responsible if you do mislead someone in a way that causes harm to them or their life. So let's not be so quick to record a sound bite and to go viral as we are so quick to check ourselves before we put out this type of content, okay? There are way too many people left behind by their own ignorance. And it's not to say that you have to browbeat anybody into submission, but to have the proof, to have the resource there, means that they purposely stepped over the truth and the answers. They purposely stepped over a clear direction, a clear instruction to lead themselves in a way that is not pertinent. Okay? So, once you have accepted a responsibility and accountability, and you do know that you are a trusted source, if anyone should fall by the wayside, you will know that you did not contribute to the downfall of anyone. And that's, to me, is a leader. A leader can be found in any age, any body type, any culture, anywhere, as long as they are unbiased, as long as they are fair, as long as they don't have any prejudice, okay? And they are not seeking outside validation as much as they are trying to understand the situation that is presented to them in that time. So, shout out to the leaders who are still leaders, who still seek to correct the paths that have been chosen in the past, that have been laid in front of us. Okay, so shout out to us for having accountability and knowing when to shut up. That also is a part of leadership. Knowing when you've taught or when you've gone to your limit, knowing when that is your cutoff. That's when you say, you know what, hey, I've showed you, I've given examples as far as I can go. Now it is up to you on what you do with this material, with this information, with this instruction. Okay? So that's also part of leadership, is also knowing when you can no longer lead. And knowing when your subject is no longer listening and no longer absorbing the lesson. I think that was also some part that was in Star Wars. Not, was it Star Wars? Okay, yeah. Where when Luke Skywalker, when he was in Revenge of the Sith, at some point Yoda just said, "You know what? This guy's hard headed. The dark is going to get him. We're going to have to let this happen." And you could tell in the theater when it first came out, people were like, "Oh man, he's going to let him go to the dark side." But you have to understand, the dark side was a choice. Just like everybody else, they have a choice. They have a choice whether or not they're going to take whatever talent they have and gifts they have and do the right thing with it. And just how they have the same choice to do something good, they also have a choice to do something bad. All right? So this is a point of children growing up in households, and they're seeing either good examples or bad examples, and they have to decide. Unfortunately, for one gorgeous little chocolate girl that I have noticed around, she's got a lot to deal with. She's in a situation where the females that she's being brought up around aren't the best role models. They are making her responsible. She's being put in a child's place and an adult place simultaneously. A lot of us have gone through this. We're told to watch out for our sisters and brothers. We're told to clean up. We're told to take out the trash. We're told to do so many things, but then we're told to mind your business, keep your mouth out of my business, stay in a child's place, and all these other things. But I'm being yanked into adult responsibility when you see fit. When you're busy on your bullcrap, when you're busy on the phone, when you're busy with these dudes, when you're busy trying to ruin somebody else's life, when you're hating on the next woman, when you're trying to sabotage the neighbor. There are some children that are sitting there figuring out what they're going to do with the information that they're taking from the adults that are around them. They're looking, they said, do I want to be dad? Does dad look happy when he comes home from work? What does mom do? There are kids that are asking themselves these questions, and you're so busy believing that you're adulting that you're not understanding that you are the question and you are the answer in that room. Too many of you are considering all the adults, and you're not even looking down or around at your kid when you're doing such things, and nothing in your head puts pause in you. Nothing says, if I make this decision today in front of this child today, what questions will come about later on? What answers will we have later on for this child? Am I leading this child in the right way, or am I giving this child something to heal from when they get older? Am I giving this child an example of what to do, or am I giving this child an example of what not to do? And for some of us, we put ourselves on a parental pedestal, thinking because you didn't kill the damn child that you did right by the child. No, you've breadcrumbed that child through life. You've allowed that child to just get up and live, because some of us don't even realize that some of your life, the reason why your life is as good as it is because you have a child. Sometimes your children are your saving grace. And some of you are actively destroying your child while building yourself up for other adults. I hope that didn't go over your head. Some of you are building yourself up for other adults with no consideration for tearing your child down for the validation. You'll tell your child, "Oh, shut up. Don't pay them no mind. That's just my..." Don't do that, because that has a long standing effect on your child. You're telling your child that their voice isn't validation. Their voice means nothing. In the scheme of things, when other adults come into the room, that they are insignificant. Those are unspoken communications given to children. How is your child supposed to feel when they see you going off at other adults and you're telling them to go and take care of something that you should be doing? If you weren't so busy harassing or keeping up the Joneses with other adults, you would be helping them do the thing that you keep telling them that they need to stay in a child's place and do. However, it is your responsibility that you're teaching them to do, and simultaneously telling them that they're not adult enough to know the difference. That is indeed confusing. So let's hope that someone today takes a moment to realize what they're doing to the children in their household, how they're coming off, how they're coming across. There are lots of little girls and little boys right now who are definitely going to have to heal from their parentage, from their extended family, from the people, the guests that come by. How dare you treat the guests way better than you treat the actual children that live there? Yeah, hopefully that's a wake up call. All right, so let's get into the tarot. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Hopefully you're having some great breakfast, maybe some legumes. That's nuts, okay? Some berries, maybe some egg and some bacon, maybe some turkey bacon. Who knows what you subscribe to, but definitely make sure you nourish yourself. I don't know what's going on with this weekend, but this weekend seems like it's going to be pretty lit. Okay, so hey, get those outfits out, do your thing. Look, if you're planning on doing anything with your hair, unless you've got some type of product that's going to keep it from frizzing up, hey, do the best you can. Natural styles are in. And yeah, just swing it. Love the skin you're in. Love the hair type you got. No matter what hair type it is, it's yours. You're not bald. At least be happy of that. And if you are bald, shine that thing up. All right, oil it down. We're going to do pink tarot because I love the way it has all the answers on the card, and I don't have to refer to the book. Okay. Whew. All right, let's see where we're starting this morning. Yesterday we started in Capricorn. The day before we started in Sagittarius. Yeah, that was that. Oh, Scorpio pops right out, and it's in reverse this morning. I don't have reverse cards, so the fact that it's reversed means that I'm going to have to start from here. Okay, so we have the Scorpio Five of Cups in reverse. We have the Knight of Swords, and we have the Magician. What are you manifesting, Scorpio? Hi. Okay, we've got the Five of Cups, acceptance, moving on, finding peace, personal setbacks, and self-forgiveness. This is good. This in the reverse is good. Okay, so we've got the Five of Cups. This is Scorpio, and you're accepting. It's like you're doing the Serenity Prayer times 10. You're starting to accept things that you cannot change. You have the serenity and you have the wisdom, okay? And you have the patience. See, sometimes you have to give yourself mercy. You can't beat yourself up over things that have already gone past, already happened. So what you have to do is learn to react from there. You're not starting from scratch, you're starting from experience, okay? So forgive yourself for things that you didn't know and know it now. Forgive yourself for things that you're still learning about, okay? And be easy. You are still you're a human being. You're a celestial being having a human experience. There will be things to adjust to. Manhood, contrary to what you believe, since we are in 2026, humanity is still young. It's still maturing, okay? There are other ancient civilizations that are way above us. We are still a young situation, okay? We're going to get a lot of things wrong. The thing is, we need to fix it and move forward, okay? So now we've got this Knight of Swords coming up right afterward, basically saying the same thing. Ambitious, action oriented, driven to succeed, fast thinking, and defending beliefs. If you stand for nothing, you'll fall for anything. So going forward, know where your stance is, okay? Know what it's like. And also don't be so stuck that you can't learn things or unlearn things that are harmful for your path going forward. And now we've got the Magician, manifestation, your resilience, you being able to not be knocked down, even though some of us have taken some blows, okay? But we still keep going, okay? You've got to be something like the Energizer Bunny. Keep going and going. They're like, oh my gosh, that guy, I could have swore that they were going down. Nope, he keeps going, keep going. Oh my gosh, that lady, I could have swore that things were going down. Nope, keep going, keep going, keep going until you get there. And you don't really have to fake it until you make it. That fake it until you make it has broken a lot of people because some people can't deal with the truth, especially if they've lived a few lives, lived a few white lives, few big lives. Either way, some people cannot face truth when it comes out, no matter how big or little it is, because they needed to paint a perfect picture for a reason. So be careful with the faking it till you make it, making it mantra, okay? Otherwise, be authentic. Keep going. Manifestation is yours. You are free to move forward. Be discerning. Pay attention. There are some people who would love to distract you from your manifestations. They would love to tell you that you're already there, but you still got so many places to go. Don't get lulled into any complacency. Don't get lulled into a sense of comfort when you haven't made it yet. Don't let anybody say, yeah, you don't have no more hard work to do, and you know you're not necessarily where you should be. Keep going. That's what sabotage looks like. Some people want you to just, oh, I can kick my feet up and hang here for a while. If you've ever seen Odyssey, if you've ever seen Percy Jackson, anything, remember, oh yeah, remember in The Wizard of Oz, that also, that scene translated across all three movies. There was a situation where they came across poppy field or lotuses. Those were the things that they were using to make people's time slow down or make them repeat or make them so distracted and distorted that they didn't know that time was passing and that they were wasting precious time. So don't be lulled into a situation where everybody's partying and you're celebrating and you forget, okay, I'm celebrating, but I haven't even made it to where I want to go. So be careful of early celebrations. They can also be a distraction. It'll make you feel like you've reached the pinnacle of where you needed to go and you haven't even gotten anywhere yet. Some people will do that to you, so be aware of your circle. Okay? This is Scorpio, Capricorn, Aquarius, and Mercury. Keep going. The number is 5 plus 1. That is 6. That is equal give and take to the universe. You will reap what you sow. Happy harvesting. Okay, there you have it. And let's get over to Sagittarius. Hello, hello, hello. The Emperor fell out. And I've got to move this little cutting board thingamajiggy. The Emperor fell out, the King of Wands, and the Nine of Pentacles. All we have together is 13. We have 13, death and transformation. Altogether, that is the sum of things. Okay, the Emperor, respect, leadership, stability, structure, rules, and power, authority, father figure, protection, control, discipline, focus, practicality. This is the Emperor. This is the Four. Okay, so respect and leadership. Let's go forward. The King of Wands, a natural leader. So this is just reinforcing the first one in Sagittarius. So this one, the Emperor is the Aries energy, and the King of Wands is Scorpio and Sagittarius. Natural leader, visionary, entrepreneur, big picture leader, overcoming challenges, mature, career focus. All right, so I'm going to need the naysayer to go somewhere where he needs to be. Go pray, all right? Okay. Anyway, so the fruits of labor, rewards, luxury, self-sufficiency, financial independence, okay? So there is it looks like a male energy, could be female, depending on. So this looks like this Emperor is doubled down as a leader. This person is well respected and they aren't rejected. Looks like they have a bit of wealth and health to them. They have big boss energy. So this Sagittarius male, sun, moon, rising, take what resonates and leave the rest behind. Sagittarius male with these properties: Aries, Scorpio, Virgo, Sagittarius. This person is going through a death and transformation. They're about to change how they operate. They realize that they have been ruling with an iron fist. However, they aren't the most popular person. They've made a lot of enemies being this way. There are a lot of people who have motive. If they ever wanted to come at them, they have a justification. And this is what they're starting to realize. They've been at the top so long that they don't realize that some of the orders or some of the things that they've sent down the pipeline can possibly put them in some fire, some issues. So somebody is definitely having a rebirth. They're basically realizing that the practices, the way in which they've always operated, needs to be revamped. Okay, somebody's having a definite death and transformation unto themselves. The way they've been doing it, it can't sustain. It won't sustain. Okay, so eventually they're not going to like exactly what they built, because a lot of enemies come with leadership. Okay, and depending on the degree on which you took things, there are some people that are willing to have at you. So now it's time for you to pull back and take some reconnaissance of who you've rubbed wrong and who you've rubbed right, and start putting you some distance between you, yourself, and maybe some of the practices that you did use to build yourself up so far. I mean, ruling with an iron fist doesn't last but for so long. It only lasts in your youth. As you get older, you get softer, you get more susceptible. So you're going to have to get a better situation around you, or stop rubbing the people wrong. Okay. All right. Okay, so be a good leader, be tried and true, be fair, but also be aware. Your young years where you used to be able to get out in the field and get your hands dirty, they are coming to an end. Now you really have to depend on other people, and depending on how you spoke to them, treated them, that's going to determine on whether or not they're going to be trustworthy too. So definitely, heavy is the head that wears the crown. All right, so as you go through this death and transformation, try to take notes, try to remember yourself, remember the deeds, remember the words. Okay, a lot of times we get so caught up in our goals that we go straight through, bowling through, not realizing the toes that get stepped on, and you know how cutthroat growth can be. But at the end of the day, as you get to the top, someone's going to desire your position. So do you want to go down easy? Yeah, or do you want to be knocked off of your high horse? So it's all up to you and how you lead, on how you pass the torch to your next successor. if there should be a successor, okay? So definitely there's something with that. Sagittarius, sun, moon, rising. Be careful of being the leader. Heavy is the head that wears the crown. If you should have to transfer your power to someone, make sure it's someone that you can trust. Make sure you did so with consideration to your safety and your security. Okay? All right. I remember that part in the Odyssey. I'm going to keep talking about it. When he was saying, when you go back, don't go through the front door. You need to take a survey around the village before you go back, because you don't know what could be waiting for you in your home, at your house. Okay? Don't let that go over your head. There are a lot of people that need to take the long way back so that they can check things out. Okay? All right. Okay, so Capricorn, let's go. Let's go. That spin cycle is so loud. Okay? All right, Capricorn, that was Sagittarius. Up, and the number was 6. No, 13, sorry. That was the one before that. Okay, so we've got the Wheel of Fortune, we've got the 8 of Wands, and we've got the 6 of Cups. This is the Capricorn reading. So far, I see Jupiter, Sagittarius, and Scorpio. Lots of Scorpio, a lot of passion coming out this morning. There's a lot of people that are getting into, they're getting in gear. Getting in gear. Not so much as stepping into their purpose as getting in gear. They're getting conditioned. They're getting ready. It's like they're doing a nice quick workout, a nice warm-up, I should say, a warm-up. Great. I did mention stretching this morning. You definitely need to stretch, especially if you're going to be on your feet for majority of the day. Some stretching exercises, some heel-toe rocks that would help, and definitely do some stair-stepping exercises. Use the last 2 steps on your staircase and do some type of rigorous thing for at least 5 to 10 minutes. It will help. It will make a difference, okay? All right, so we've got the Wheel of Fortune, good luck, karma, life cycles, destiny, turning point, change, inevitable fate, ups and downs, unpredictable as the wheel turns, okay? Life is as such. Sometimes the wheel is going to be going slow. Sometimes you're going to be on the bad side of the wheel. Sometimes you're going to be on the good side of the wheel. How much karma or dharma do you have? Even when you're on the bad side of the wheel, if you have racked up enough good karma, enough dharma in your life, even the bad side of the wheel just feels like a little slowdown. It doesn't feel bad at all. It feels like noticing. It feels like self-reflection. It feels like you doing reconnaissance on your own self, right? And then when the wheel gets back good, that's when you start reaping the rewards. But if you have a lot of bad karma, when the wheel does turn to the bad side, yeah, you will experience losses. Some money slowdowns, but you will experience losses. You will experience things, moments where you'll be able to get the money, but you won't be able to keep the money. It'll be like a hole is in your pocket, in your hand. It'll be like that. Or it'll just be a lot of emergency things coming up and you won't have the funds for it. Or you will have money and the money won't be the answer. Stuff like that. So be careful of which side of Dharma you are on. And that is the Wheel of Fortune for the 10. That is Capricorn. And we have the 8 of Wands still in the Capricorn reading. Speed, rapid action, movement, swift change, manifesting quickly, quick decisions, air travel. Okay, so something's going out in the mail. Something's going in the airdrop. Something's going through an email. Something is going through a text. Okay, quick communication. So somebody's going to be communicating about their wheel turning. Somebody's going to be calling you to tell you whether or not they're going good, they're going bad. Somebody's going to tell you, I think that shit backfired. I think that spell work backfired. Remember all that stuff that you said was going to happen? Why is it starting to happen to people around me? Why did it happen to you? Why did it happen to your aunt? Why did it happen to your cousin? Why did it happen to your brother? So somebody's about to start asking some questions because they're starting to see things change in a way that they don't normally see them change. And they're starting to be suspicious. Hey, this person said you were up to this, and now it's starting to fit. It's starting to fit. It's starting to line right the hell up. Okay, so somebody's about to start receiving communication, quick communication about the things that they put out and the things that they getting slapped back with. Okay, so something like a ricochet, something like a boomerang. Yeah, sometimes when you sit around and you think of devices for other people, you don't realize how close to home it's going to hit. You don't realize that it can hit you. You don't realize that, it can hit your loved ones. You'll be calling, and somebody that lives way across the country is going through the very same thing that you spoke over someone else's life. So you be easy breezy, okay? Be careful with your words. They do have power, okay? So Capricorn, you have 10, 8, and 6. 8 plus 6, that is surely, I'm sorry, 14. All right, 8 plus 6 is 14, plus 10, that's 24. That's 2 plus 4, that's 6. 6 at the end, all right? So we do understand that there's equal give and take to the universe. Be careful what you are going to harvest. If you have put nothing but negativity, doubt, lustfulness, and things out into the universe, be careful with what you're going to draw back on, because you're very much going to get that. It's going to look different depending on where you are and what you're doing in your life. And if you have been putting nothing but forgiveness, hope, health, and testimony and reflection out into the world, you don't worry, because your harvest will be well. Your harvest will be righteous, okay? So the proof is going to be in the pudding in the next month or two. As we go through Indian summer through August, from August all the way to October, you will see what people will be harvesting. They'll be harvesting the very exact same energy that they did put out. All right? 8 plus 6 is 14, plus 10 is 24. That is the 6 equal give and take to the universe. That is the Capricorn reading. Sun, Moon, Rising, Jupiter, Sagittarius, Scorpio, Capricorn. All right, here we are. Here we are. Let's go in Aquarius. I got this 10 of swords at the bottom of the deck, but I'm going to try not to pay it no mind. Hopefully you won't either. But I told you, didn't I? All right, Nyx came out. Oh, shoot. Nyx came out, and so did that 10 of swords, okay? The 10 of swords and another 10 and the 10 of pentacles, okay? Both of those came out. God bless the child that's got its own, and that's what the Nyx card is. But then we've got this 10 of swords, painful endings, deep wounds, betrayal, loss, failure, collapse, and defeat. And then we've got wealth, self, financial security, family, long-term success, and contribution. Oh, shoot. Another 10 just fell right on out on us. Okay. It's crazy, because as soon as I sign one, you know what time it is. Now I get all this activity by my front door, back and forth past my front door. Say you a fan without being a fan. Anyway, so I don't know, for some reason I got 4 cards out here. I got Nyx, God bless the child that's got his own. Then I've got 10, 10, 10, which is a 30, which is 3, which is divine intervention. What it is, what the business do. Somebody started heartbreak. Somebody was betraying. Somebody was doing something when it comes to wealth. Somebody was attempting to change your wheel of fortune. Somebody was trying to stab you up in your back, whether it be with people, the community, whether it be with devices, whether it be with money, whether it be with your opportunities, whether it be through love and romance, all these things. Somebody was seeking to stab you in the back. A lot of somebody's throat chakra. They all saw your life and decided that they wanted to betray you for it. They all decided that they were going to dice you up like a cow does on one of those meat charts. Somebody was going to take the ribs. Somebody's going to take the hind part. Somebody's going to take the nose. Somebody's going to take the brain. Somebody's going to take the hoof. Somebody's going to take the tail. They were going to basically slaughter you. They don't want me to say it. Somebody was trying to slaughter you. They were trying to slaughter you for everything that you got, because they felt as though you don't deserve it. And that is wild, how another human on this same earth as you will decide that you don't have a right to live. You don't have a right to thrive. You don't have a right to love. You don't have a right to take care of your children. You don't have a right. These same people will be the same people crying when somebody else embellishes on their rights. These same people will be upset when nobody comes through, nobody picks up the phone, nobody gives them, nobody lets them out, nobody anything. These are the same people, mind you. These are the same people that need everything from everybody, that decided that you can't have everything that you've worked for, that you didn't ask for, that you didn't borrow. They decided that they didn't want you to have it. They decided they didn't want you to have wealth, recognition, shelter, loyalty. You see the dog right there. They decided that they didn't want you to have any of that. Some sick, demented persons or peoples decided that they were going to slaughter your whole life and take what they wanted for themselves. I'm going to give you a minute to realize how maniacal that is, how disgusting that is, how sick that is. And there are people right now that still desire this. Yet, they feel as though they should eat in peace, they should live in peace, they should drive in peace, they should sleep in peace, that their children should have everything, despite them having nothing but ill will for other people on this earth. They feel as though they should be okay. It's nothing wrong with how they think. It's a lot of us finding out that the very families that we fed, we took care of, we prayed for, we saved them. Like there were moments where they were about to, and we stepped in and we saved them. Can you imagine saving somebody who in the same breath of surviving wonders why you're still alive? Can you imagine that? Me, I spent over 20 years in nursing, so I saved quite a few of my enemies. Fed them, clothed them, bathed them. And this is why God is good to us. He allowed you to serve. He allowed you to see. He allowed you to speak. He allowed you to save your very enemies. And this is why he can't let you go. This is why he got a space for you. This why he loved you. This why he allowed you to come into contact with all these things and still survive. Because he liked how spiteful it is that you walking by and minding your business when them people nearly had a damn coronary trying to get your ass up off of this earth. Oh, how good this God is. And this is why, collective, if you're here now, God is protecting you. He has a sense of humor. He is using you to laugh in the enemy face because he like, that my child. You mean tell me you was going, after I sent my child over there to feed you, comfort you, tell you your old funky butt was okay, I told my child to tell you you were good when we knew you wasn't shit. We were just hoping that you would feel better. And you what? You get out of here. You really didn't want. And they did all that for you. Oh my goodness. And that's why when you walk the authentic walk, you ain't got to tiptoe and you ain't got to walk easy around these people. He said don't go their way. Don't be like them. Don't sit and watch for their karma. Just know it's coming. Because this is what the people wanted. That's why God blessed the child that's got his own. Because if you did not know how to get it, them people was going to keep it from you. Them people wanted you to ask them for it so that they can laugh at you. They wanted you to come in front of everybody and say, please, give me more. And they was going to spit in your hand. They sure was. They was going to spit in your hand and call you all sorts of names and say you was dirty and you wasn't worth it and you are a whore and you are a whoremonger and you are a peasant and you are nothing. All while wanting every last morsel of your nothing. Oh yeah. They wanted every last morsel of your nothing. Are you hearing me? Everything that makes you great, they said, I'm going to take it away from them and I'm going to tell these people that they have nothing. Well, what the hell is you lining up to take from? If I was dumb, why you kept copying me? Huh? If I was crazy, why you keep coming around me? Why you keep listening? Why you want to dress like a crazy person? Why you want to smell like a bad person? Oh my gosh! If my house dirty, why you want to live in the filth? Huh? Just make that make sense. Let's tell the truth. These people don't want you gone because you're not nothing. They want you gone because you prove that they've done not a damn thing and they are nothing to you. You have only come by way of messenger, by way of purpose, to show them what it looks like without their input. Had they input into you, you wouldn't have made anything great. And that pisses them off. That they can't connect to your blessing directly. So they have to try to separate it from you so that they can find a way to tell folks that they gave you something, even though they didn't give you nothing but freedom and the actual permission to cut them off. Because why would you try to separate me from everything that you want access to, that you aren't familiar with, and by way of me introducing it to you, that's how you know it exists. There are too many people trying to separate you from your blessing that they didn't even understand. Before they even got somebody to explain what your blessing was, they thought it wasn't nothing. And then somebody said, hey, you know they doing some good stuff over there. Why you ain't over there with them? They said, how they doing something good? How dare they do something good? I'm not involved in it. And then you started looking and you said, oh shit, well they really is doing something good. And I ain't give them nothing. How can I sabotage this? Because if anybody ever realized that I'm a sick, demented person who gives nothing and takes everything, oh my God, the mask is falling off. How can we do this? We gotta do this. We gotta do this. And then you found a bunch of sickos just like you. You found a bunch of insecure people who were pulling from a bucket of nothing for a long time and they got tired of it. So you decided that you say, you know what, I'm going to take advantage of the fact that this person's life has been crumbs anyway. So I'm going to make a formidable crumb and give it to them in hopes that they would help me destroy another person who has it all. And when I say have it all, I'm not talking about money, because some of the people that have most of the money, they have nothing. I know millionaires that have nothing. Their children don't like them. Their kids don't like them. Their pets don't like them. Their pests don't like it. When flowers see them, the flowers slump. Because you think your money means that I should stand up. You think your money's going to survive. Get that heart attack. Get that aneurysm. I bet you your money won't mean nothing then. There you go. All right? So you take all the money. I'll take the health. You want me to pull from a negative. You watched and you sat there and you said, you know what? Well, that person being around them people, I'm going to triangulate them with them people, because if I make it feel like they can't talk to nobody else, surely they'll come back to me. Surely they come back to me. But you wasn't nowhere to be anyway. You wasn't. You want somebody to fight for the crumbs that you want to give them so that you could take what they got and say, hey, this is mine. That wasn't never theirs. This has been mine. And the only reason why is because I showed them. You can't do that. Because a lot of people going to look. Some people going to ask questions. They're going to see where the originator came from. Some are going to go back in their mind. Some are going to say, you know what? Something ain't right about this. This ain't consistent with that, but this is. Everybody not blind, everybody not dumb, everybody not deaf. Some people know not to say nothing to you right then and there because they gotta make sure that they safe, because if you sick enough to do that to them, then you sick enough to do that to a lot of people just to save face. You live a lie, but you tell everybody else is lying. All right, Aquarius, we here, okay? So God bless the child that's got his own. We already know this is what they tried to do. This is what they tried to do, going around keeping up with the Joneses, trying to change your wheel of fortune, trying to make it look like you supposed to live a life of struggle. You supposed to live a life of strength. You supposed to be trifling. But the whole thing of the matter is, the only reason why you know what trifling look like is because you looked at them. The only reason why you know what ratchet look like is because you used to live with them. The only reason why you know what betrayal look like is because you grew up being told, well, don't tell them this. You hide it. You don't let them see nothing. But then as soon as they got on somebody's pew, somebody that didn't know them, I am so righteous. I am a saint. The hypocrisy. The hypocrisy. So don't you let nobody browbeat you, spiritually bully you. Nothing like that. If you know yourself, you're consistent. You are self-aware. There are people who watched you build everything and decided that they were going to wait for the very moment that you get comfortable, and they were going to snatch it away from you and tell the world that you are a lie. And they were going to set sail with the boat that you commandeered. They were going to set sail with the very thing that you put together. They was going to tell people, you ain't Noah. You might have built that ark, but you ain't Noah. Really? Ain't I the one that had you gathered here in the first place? Damn. Can't believe that in 2026, they tried to jack Noah. You sons of a... Imagine that. Imagine that. So somebody attempted to change your wheel of fortune, okay? Not knowing that God is on your side. Oh, the wheel going to turn. It's going to turn all right, and let there be a witness. There will be a witness. There will be a testimony. Because it never goes the way that they think it's going to go. Even in Transformers, all of the Decepticons get the best goddamn thing. I mean, they look good while they fighting. But who win? Optimus Prime. Shout out to altruism. So you go on and let them weapons form. But they is not gonna prosper. They're not. We going unite, and we going roll out, because this is what it is. We the ones they came to see, Otis. We are the ones they came to see. So Aquarius, we ain't worried about nothing. We are not worried about nothing. We got 3 tens, which means God is on our side. They tried us. They tried our blessing. The fact that we were so blessed, it made them really want to steal it from us. They was like, we gotta get it. We gotta get it. They is in their Jesus bag. I don't like it. They shining even when they ain't they don't even suffer like me. They be going through the same thing, and they still be smiling, and they still be walking and talking. How dare they? You know what? Some people go through the exact same thing as you, and they can't get out of bed the next day. It's some people go through the same thing as you, and they just fall in defeat. They just let it, oh, woe is me. And here you are talking about well, you know what? I got this one slice of bread. I got some peanut butter. I'm going to eat that. And by the time I go out and have a few conversations, I might have an opportunity, or I might, do a little odd job. I might braid some hair, or I might take this lady bags across there. Something you going to do. You might wake up with no dollar, but you're going to go to bed with something to fold in your pocket. I speak this in truth. Somebody today going to wake up with no dollar, but they're going to have hope. And sometimes that's all you really need. No, it's not sometimes. It's all the time. Somebody going to wake up. They're not going to have a dollar. They might have a quarter, might have a nickel, might have a dime, might have a penny. Somebody going to wake up, I lie to you not, with no money, and they're going to go to bed with something folded in their pocket. They are, because that's how God works. He will make a way out of no way. You have to have faith. You sitting there on the side of your bed worried about taking something from somebody. What you gonna give to you? What have you set up for you? This is what the kids have to see now. We have so many juveniles following behind all of these uncorrect adults. They can't follow after their grandmother and their grandfather, because the grandmother and their grandfather doing the same thing as their fathers and their mothers doing, and ain't nobody got nothing. This what I'm saying. Before you sit up there and you think about hurting somebody, taking something from somebody, what can you do to fix yourself? What can you give to yourself? Can you give yourself a moment of peace? That costs nothing, but a lot of you ain't got it. Ladies and gentlemen, divine intervention. Oh, shucks, I feel it coming in. I feel it. The Lord is in his holy temple. Let all the earth see silence before him. The holy temple, let all the earth see silence before him. Thank you, Father God, for another day, for another blessing. Thank you. Amen. All right, let's get on over to Pisces. Because, boy, Aquarius going to have us in church. Aquarius going to have us in here talking, okay? We going to be talking. And we going to be talking without Daddy, because I know he got something to say to us. He always got something to say. We just don't never be quiet. Amen. Thank you, Jesus. Hallelujah. I felt that. Let me hold up. Give me a second. Because I'm feeling it. Something about when I call his name. Amen. Come on back. All right. Boom. All right, Pisces. When I'm telling you, it's something about the name Jesus. When I'm telling you, I went through. A couple of us went through. But let me tell you, when I realized who was taking me through and why they was taking me through and all the things that I'd already passed through, only to come to this here thing, I said, God dang. You mean to tell me, Father God, you let me survive all this stuff? I mean, the day I found out I was pregnant with Alex, this man put me in a T-bone car accident situation. You hear me? With an Asian man, okay? Drove my car recklessly and had us hit, okay? This man has been trying to get me off this earth since this woman decided that she was going to take me out of the relationship I was in and place me in that horrible relationship. Me not even knowing that this woman ain't want me to live. She ain't want me. She been trying to take me out. Do you understand the power of knowing that you have been consuming poison and the person mad because you ain't dead yet? Hallelujah. Thank you, Jesus. You sent people to put hands on me. And where they at? Hallelujah. You put people on planes. You had them choosing death. They could have not survived. You put people on planes to go and pay practitioners to play in all sorts of things they had no business picking up. And then you came back and said, praise Lord. You hypocrite. You said that you prayed God for travels. And he let you come back and see that the poison didn't work. You see how good he is. You say, I'm praying to God for safe travels. He let you take your travels knowing you was going to do evil. He let you do it all. You're not understanding. He knew what you was doing. He let you get on a plane, go there, and travel back. He let your son go through all that and travel back. He let the demon that you call your daughter-in-law do this, cheat on your son, and travel back. And the only person you wanted gone was the one who saved you. The one who fed you, the one who saw you were sick and went and got medicine, the one who saw your husband treating you bad and sat with you and gave you a word, the one who always pulled up and said, not my mother, the one who always came and said, the one you called when you got into a car accident, but you couldn't call your husband to get you a call. What your daughter did, she went down and talked to somebody and pulled some money out, despite her having children to take care of, and gave you that money. You didn't have to drive that Aspen when it happened. I gave you $1,000 so that you can get that Honda Accord. What you did with your ungrateful self? This ain't good enough for me. But your husband didn't get it for you. I did. You understand? So there are people right now. God is letting them go around. He's letting them function. He's letting them witness themselves speak these things and request these things. I mean, one of you went to the practitioner and you said, I want the special. I want the death. I want the poverty. I want the lust. Yes, I want that. I want in the dark. I want plagues. I want disease. I want an arm to fall off. I want a tooth to fall out. I wanted to have nothing, okay? They wanted all that. They wanted me ugly, bald-headed. They wanted me to look like the precious. They wanted me to be sweeter. But no. Not only did you want all that, you wanted to do it behind my back. You wanted to sneak and do it. You wanted it to be clear. You wanted your conscience clear. You wanted your hands clean while making me look like an idiot. You wanted to be deemed as a savior of the world while trying to kill the Messiah. God dang. Well, all right then. You ain't gonna get what you want. But I'm gonna give you some distance. Because it's clear that you like the sin that you're in. And that's okay. That's all right. All I can do is remove myself and go on and give the blessings toward the people who understand what blessings are. And be there for them. And support and guide them to where they want to go, because obviously they're ready. So I got to leave you in the wilderness. In the wilderness you should stay. You're going to keep repeating this cycle for as long as you thought you was going to make me repeat it. All right? All right. So, as we proceed to give you what you need. It was so funny that you found yourself trying to get rid of me with the same exact thing you said you had no knowledge of. With the same, I remember the day I showed up at your door and I told you that man was trying to bind me, and the way your eyes rounded when I said binding, you was like, what she know about that? I remember I came through your door, I said, I think I know what's wrong with you and what was wrong with grandma. She said, what? I said, y'all don't move too far away from these houses. Let these men tell y'all what to do. You bind it. And so was grandma. Because why didn't she leave? If y'all in bad relationships, why don't y'all leave? And you looked at me like I was plumb damn crazy. And now I realize it was you. You knew you was bonded and you liked it because at least you wasn't by yourself, because really you was supposed to be. And you were no example to me because you told me you basically wanted me to put up with what you were willing to put up with, and that was not going to happen. And then you got offended because you said, well, what make her think that she better than me? I don't think I'm better than you at all, honey. I think I know better than you though, right? I know I don't want to be in a loveless relationship. I know I don't want to be with anybody that cheats on me. I don't want to be with anybody who just recently had sex with somebody else. I don't want to be with somebody who would come home to me in my bed and sneeze in my face and some undescribable substance flies from his ear, nose, and throat into my face, and then I'm infected because I don't know where he been putting his mouth at for 1 year, 2 years, 3 weeks, 1 day. I don't know. So a lot of offense came from the fact that not only was I not going to allow myself to be essayed for the rest of my life, no longer was I going to be a slave. I was not going to keep lending my favors and my pearls to swine. No longer was I going to keep coming through and giving my twos and fews and helping out people who would never help me, who always want me to listen to them on the phone, but yet the minute I have something to say, they got to call me back. No longer was I sitting there for that. No longer was I going to hold you on a pedestal you never deserved because you were never a good mother. I just decided that I would treat you good because of what the Bible said. You never deserved the treatment that I gave you. You never deserved the comfort that I offered. You never deserved the service that I rendered. I gave to you because I know the Bible. I gave to you because you should honor thy mother and thy father, lest you make the child angry, and I am that child. Stop playing with pieces of the Bible and you ain't gone through. Stop telling me what God don't like when he don't really like you and the things that you are doing. But you don't want nobody to say that. You want to keep saying what ain't nothing, what nothing is happening. You want to make up things because you don't want judgment to hit your home. Ladies and gentlemen, go on and put the oil on your doors. Go on and put the oil on your wall because it's coming through. Pass me not over. He said don't say nothing, don't do nothing to you because he got you. He been watching you for quite some time. And you like to tell people that you talk to God, but we don't know who you're talking to because you shouldn't have asked for what you asked for. You shouldn't have said the things you said. You committed perjury. When we went in front of the judge and we asked the judge, because you ain't going to tell that part. When we asked the judge, did you seek ill things to happen to me? We asked him. We asked him on Calvert Street. And you committed perjury with your right hand up. You said that you never wanted any harm to come to me. That is a lie. You committed perjury. You not only committed spiritual perjury, but you did it on the record. In a judicial record, you said you never wanted anything bad to happen to me. Yet, here we are. And yet, you still sit silent while trying to send people toward me. Amen. Let's get on to the Pisces. This air feels so good. Look. And this is why I'm not straightening my hair, because I'm gonna be James Brown. I go outside and all that daggone muggy weather, and it keep raining too. So yeah, let's get at it. Let's have at it. All right. So that was the interval divine intervention, divine intervention. Religion is a social construct, definitely rebinding. To bind back, to bind again. And this is what I'm saying. When I walked in that door and I said, you have been binded, that's what I mean. They will bind you to a belief that they never even tethered themselves to. You cannot sit there and keep preaching something to me to box me in, and you do not live by them principles. You feel as though you are above reproach. Well, I be damn blasphemy. So before you get on your high horse and start talking about what God wants for this person, that person, what about you? Deal with you first. Deal with you first. Because I know God ain't never said you supposed to get down here and act like that and then call his name every time trouble is lurking for you. I know. All right. 5, Hierophant. 8, Cups. 10, Pentacles. Okay. Looks pretty good to me. The Hierophant, institutions, tradition, religion. I told you we'd be calling these cards, y'all. Come on now. Institutions, tradition, religion, society and its rules, social approval, conformity, forgiveness, bonded mercy, wisdom, trust. Come on now. Everybody who know the Hierophant know what these words be. Yeah, and we just got finished talking about how authority, the value, the morals, the religion, how people will sit there and try to paint you in a religious box and benefit from the fact that they done stepped on your toes and stagnated your movement based on judgment and validation when they don't even abide by them principles or them principalities. They want to lock you into something while they move around free. I be danged. 8, escapism, disappointment, abandonment, withdrawal, escapism, walking away, leaving behind. Look like we got him on the run, y'all. The Hierophant was Taurus. This is a Pisces reading. This is a Pisces card. Escapism. They done did all of what, look. They done tucked their tail and started running to the hills. They don't like when we talk the truth to them. They don't like when these cards show the truth. They don't like it when it reflects exactly what we talking about, because that's all we doing is talking, y'all. All we doing is showing artful pictures that happen to go inside and synchronize with what we talking about. That's what we doing, y'all. Look at that. Wealth, financial security, family, long-term success, contribution. Somebody know that they have put lack, scarcity, breadcrumbing mindsets in their whole entire family, in their whole entire community, because of their browbeaten and spiritual bully beliefs. They have, in fact, lined their pockets off of spiritual insecurity. They have taken your ignorance of the religion and turned it into a whole enterprise. You see how that is? While telling you can't do this, your pastor is right now doxing your baby mother to see how he can get some. Oh, don't worry, church mother want to do some power tapping dances. We seen Norbit. These be the same people. Oh, baby, we can't do this. You can't move like this. They've been moving like this. We'll move like that. And planning to move like that as soon as they get out of your earshot. As soon as they feel like nobody gonna tell. I seen the thumbnail this morning with a judge. She, out back, the courthouse that she actually worked in. She took her son on a drive-by. She a judge. A lot of these judges need to go under audits every 3 years because they have way too much power and access. So I really feel as though they should go under audit because they have the power to make a lot of things work and stop. And that is not right when we have so many human fallacies. Some of these women, when they don't have on these daggone robes, they look like hot girls. They look just like, yeah, yeah, fishnets, yeah, that one over there. Yep. That could be a judge. A lot of people forget that when these people take off their uniforms, they normal just like us. They bleed just like us. They make mistakes. They have bad judgment just like us. So I really feel as though these judges should go under audit every few years, because they should not be allowed to make all of these decisions like that without going through their own rigorous judgment. If ye shall judge, let ye be judged. What's good for the goose should be good for the gander. You should not be given all this power and there's nobody to overlook you. There's got to be an overseer for the overseer, or the overseer will take advantage. And even if this person isn't a real judge, this person sure as hell judgmental as hell. But the thing about it is they got so much judgment for somebody and it ain't them. Why don't you got no judgment for you? You don't think some of the things you do are wrong? Human fallacy. We had a judge take her own entire son and do a drive-by with him in the car. That ain't the first judge that I done seen. That ain't the last judge that I done seen that took their power and their access and they ran it up the public's ass on our tax dollars. Pisces reading. Taurus, Pisces, Virgo. Get yourselves together. Audits are coming. Audits are coming. 5 plus 8. That's 14. That's temperance. Somebody's going to try to save face. Somebody's going to try to disconnect. Somebody's going to actually try to throw a couple people under the bus so that the audit don't get to them, but they still need to be audited. There's a clerk, there's a court clerk with freckles, light skin, short. Jewish, black, Asian, mixed, Russian. They all meet up, different branches. Some lawyers, some DA, some attorneys, lots judges, phone calls, plenty of them. Drafts, look in the drafts, the unsent messages, same portal. It's about to go down. Okay, 14 plus 10, 24, 6. What you give is what you take in. What you sow is what you reap. Somebody's about to get the turnaround of a lifetime. Pisces, Taurus, Virgo. This is the Pisces reading. Golly. I blinked and I saw a bar of gold. It's a bar of gold. These people are lining people up. These people are stealing from older people. Some of the people you thought were going to be set up nice in life, some of the very people that I just identified have stolen from them. Have used their kids, grandkids. They've set their grandkids and their kids up to get locked up so that they would never be in the next in line to inherit it. A lot of people have been hooked up. A lot of people who didn't understand why their life started going a certain way, that's because you came into contact with one of these people. And they decided that they were going to go through your whole family line and make sure that nobody was eligible to own anything or inherit anything. A lot of these people put y'all in jail so that they can make sure that you couldn't get it, that you were not eligible. The same people who are making the laws, the eligibility laws, are making decisions on some of these panels to make the laws like that because they already know how they're going to hook you up. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to politics as it leaves the courthouse. Aries. That was very distasteful. I did not like that. That was like, ugh. Because it's the truth. It's the truth. They're not clean. They're not innocent. And this is why they don't have any problem looking down their nose at you. And this is why we have a lot of reverse Nepo babies out here. You think that these kids would have acted better because they got a better chance at life? They had got sent to private schools? No. Behind the closed doors, they are being reared and raised by narcissistic monsters who happen to steal the money and nobody know they stole the money. This is why their kids is running around talking about, you drive this, you live over there, Yet they come into the hood every day and every night to hang out with your kids. They come into the hood every day and every night to party in the hood because they can't hang out where they really live at. A lot of them. They can't hang out where you done took them at because you done stole enough money to live in the upper echelon. They still got to come down to the city because they getting picked on where you done put them at because you look down on the hood. Yet your ass is the hood. You finally got a place in the county, but you still in the hood, in your mind. You might as well stayed where you were and built it up and stopped stealing because you're giving the wrong example. You're telling your kids that it's okay to look down at people after you did them wrong. And then come back to that neighborhood and throw dirt, throw glass, throw your empty bottles, throw your empty blood guts because it ain't where I live at. I live in the hood. I live in the hood. How do you think the hood turns into the hood? People stop taking care of where they live and they leave thinking that is a self-clean button. Get enough flat tires. I'll bet you'll stop bringing your ass to the hood then. I had somebody get mad at me because they pulled up. It's 1,000 trash cans outside. The city give them to you for free. Why are you throwing trash out your vehicle? Yet you want to walk around like you cute. You're dirty. I saw you. You walked past the trash can and you threw the shit on the floor in the street. But you want to tell people who ghetto and who not. Well, walking past a trash can is pretty ghetto to me. Throwing dirt in the street just because you can is pretty ghetto to me. But you want to look down at people. I live in the county. I don't got a kid. The fuck? I hope you get banked by some county cockroaches because they happen to fly. I know about it. They're in the fields. Since you want to be in the county, I hope a deer knock you in your damn head. Because they don't eat cans and trash can and cigarette packets. You always want to be better than somebody. Well, be better than yourself. And then you got these self-righteous kids. You done bought them every single Jordan, but they don't know how to spell. They don't know where the city in the river of Jordan is. Then they bring their ignorant, entitled selves around other people's kids. Oh, well, I don't have to be smart because my father can afford for me to be dumb. I'm just going to sit that right there. I can just be cute with my edges slayed. I can just come to the hood with big tennis shoes and skinny jeans and a belt buckle and I'm supposed to be respected. No. If you look down on the hood, you're looking down at everything. It takes a different type of mindset
to see the potential in something and then be active about making it that way. When I came, it wasn't all the way clean, but I started cleaning up because I don't like to see trash in my immediate environment. But they told each other, who the fuck she thinks she is? Martha Stewart? Huh? I don't know her neither. What I do know is that my little chocolate ass don't like to smell dirt and trash. I don't like opening up my door and being slapped by the biggest horse fly available. By the way, tell your Uncle Lou, I don't like him. Anyways, that's all I'm saying. Like, we got a lot to deal with here, okay? Lots to deal with. All right, so with this Aries reading, this 7, this sneakiness, betrayal, deception, getting away with something, acting strategically, trickery. That's Aquarius 7. Then we've got this 10. Somebody put a heavy burden on themselves because now they've got to keep their hands clean. They got to stay out of the way. They got to lay low. Oh, you better lay low. Burden, extra responsibility, hard work, completion. So this cycle is coming to a completion, and now we have abundance, manifestation, opportunity, new career, financial opportunity, new venture, prosperity. Okay, I like it. So somebody's standing on a hope and a prayer. Somebody is praying against this situation. Somebody is praying on this situation. Seems like the predator got is turned into prey. Seems there's a thief watching another thief. There's a thief on top of another thief. I'm not, look. There's a thief watching another thief. There's a thief watching another thief to see what they steal so they can steal it from them. Ooh, this is about to be a war. This is about to be a back and forth. Oh, man. So there's a 7, there's a 10. There's 17, there's a 10, right? I mean, 17, right? That's an 8. That's an 8 if there was Karma and Dharma, right? But this 1 comes in, right? Which turns it into 18. And 18 turns into 9, which is divine, which is praying, right? So somebody praying, somebody manifesting, but somebody is manifesting. They were going to see this person, they're going to catch them up, and this is going to be a transfer. So the destiny swapper is going to be swapped out by somebody who's watching them. It's almost like 3-card Monty, because this is exactly how I'm moving this card. Oh, somebody better watch out because there's illusion coming up. You see how I'm shuffling? It's like I'm doing the 3-card Monty. You're going to have to be quicker than that. Somebody's going to have to be a watchful of the eye. If somebody's about to play a trick, an illusion, a trick. If somebody's going to, it's a trick being, ooh, let me shut up before I give it away. That's all. The trickster is about to be tricked. That's as far as I can say. I don't want to spoil the surprise, but it ain't going like somebody think it's about to go. And I don't got nothing to do with it. But I'm gonna take a moment to laugh. I am going to enjoy it, okay? All right, so that is 7 plus 1, that is 8 plus 10, that is 18, makes 9. Divine, you better pray. You better pray that we actually get a chance to see and laugh at this. I got a feeling that we're going to actually witness this trickery. Somebody got something up their sleeve. This ain't about to go like it's about to go. And I got balance at the bottom. So somebody's about to balance it out, but it's about to be balanced out in a most unconventional way. I love it. I love it when a good plan comes together. Remember the 18, Hannibal, the one with the white hair? And he used to bite the cigar? Interesting. Remember what they used to do to Mr. T to get him on the plane? They used to poison him. Not poison him. They used to put sleeping stuff in his stuff so that they could get him on the plane because he was scared of the plane. Something like that. Ooh, you better lay low. All right, so I got 2 upside down cards here, and I don't usually do that. So let's see. We got the Page of Wands upside down. We've got the Fool upside down. We've got the Empress, but she's upright. Let's see. Okay, so we've got lack of direction, procrastination, creating conflict, self-limiting beliefs, spiritual path, newly formed ideas. Okay, then we've got the Fool. Holding back, indecision, hesitation, recklessness, fearlessness, bad choices, risk-taking. What are you doing, Empress? So then we got the Empress in the upright. She's supposed to be abundant, nurturing, fertility, feminine, good parenting, development, accomplishments, growth, evolution, action. But the fact that the other two cards are upside down, which means that we have an Empress that is in the upside down. And the only number we have right now is 3, which is divine intervention. Okay, so somebody's lost in the sauce. They're upside down. Somebody is lost in the sauce. They're upside down. Lack of direction, procrastination, creating conflict. So somebody is, they keep creating conflict, but they don't really know where to go. So the most thing, they're trying to hold their poker face. So they're trying to act as though they have a plan, but really they trying to figure it out. Everything that they had planned is not concrete anymore. So now they holding back and they got indecision, right? Recklessness. The planetary is Uranus, so it's way out there. It's strange. It's something strange in the neighborhood. Who you gonna call? Ghostbusters. Is it paranormal activity? Maybe whatever negative, dark entity energy that they requested is starting to return back on them. Remember what I said. When these people are doing the spiritual work that they're doing, the energy work that they're doing, if that energy goes nowhere, doesn't go to the person they intended it to, the energy has to go somewhere. So it will go back to the person who sent it out. So maybe they are starting to receive the dark energy or the bad energy that they did put back. It is coming back, right? Because it's not over here with us. We're here. So maybe somebody's scared to sleep at night and they're telling you that they're doing something else. You know, they're staying up for some other reason, but they're not telling you that they're scared as shit to turn off the lights. Some people will not tell you. They'll try to save face. They'll try to act tough, not realizing that you could see that they're clearly going through whatever they sent out, right? Some people won't admit it. They'll try to save face. No, I'm staying up drinking because I'm grown. No, you staying up drinking because you scared. Mm-hmm. No, I'm not going out in the rain because I don't like being in the rain. No, you're not going out in the rain because you're scared what lightning might do to you. I don't want to drive in the rain because it ain't good to go out and drive in the rain. Nah, you scared to drive in the rain because you know you was wishing a car accident on somebody. Uh-huh. I don't want to eat right now. No, you scared to eat because you know you just tried to poison somebody and you put some shit in that food and you just don't know if anybody will switch that plate. I'm on to you. Yeah, so this Empress is scared and trying to save face. They're going to try to be nurturing. They're going to try to act as though everything is cool, everything's going on. They're going to act as though they're not afraid of anything. They're going to be bravado at times. Sometimes they're going to go out of their way to make sure you feel as though they're confident. When, in all honesty, when you're not watching, when you're not looking, this person is scared shitless. This person is lighting candles. This person is doing all sorts of practices. She probably tucking salt in every goddamn thing. Because she's scared, and she should be scared. Because you told yourself you were more powerful than God in a person's life. Why did you not just leave that person alone? Why did you not go and fight your own battle that you had to go fight? Why didn't you go seek your own purpose instead of trying to cherry pick someone else's? Why didn't you answer your calling? Why didn't you take care of yourself? Why didn't you accept what happened and learn to deal with the rest? We'll never know that. Only you will. But the thing about it is, you think you got the world fooled, and the world is not fooled. Your time is coming. Your exposure is here. Like it or not, there are some people that are looking at you right now knowing the truth, knowing it's not safe to say anything to you because you do those things. You wage those devices. You wage quiet war. You rage cowardly wars. Some of the people that you hate and detest the most will never know it because you smile in their faces and you seek audience with them. But they don't know you only seek audience with them to see if all of your devices work or not. And to see if maybe you should change the strength or change the degree in which you do it. And you wonder why ailments happen and you wonder why emergencies happen the way that they do. It's because Father got your number. Remember, I mentioned with Jehoram and Athaliah, the reason why Jehoram died first and fast is because he knew better. The reason why Athaliah was allowed to keep going was because from the beginning, she already took up the teachings of Baal. So for her, he had a different kind of lesson. He had to let her lesson become great. It had to become a great example of what you don't do when God say don't do it. See, Jehoram, he got what? Collectoral colitis. He got cancer of the booty because he was being screwed by his own wife and he was allowing her to dominate him. Even though his teachings before he even got to that place told him not to do that. He was supposed to claim Judah back for him and himself and his tribe. He was supposed to wield over his wife. Instead, he allowed her to destroy everything. She even was killing the children, the grandkids, any of the people in line. She was that destructive. And she was that sneaky. A lot of the people did not know what she was doing. She kept playing her part as a docile wife while being a monster in the courts. And this is why you have to be very careful who you lay with, who you stay with. Women have the ability to build a civilization just as much as they can tear it down. So this empress with the Athaliah spirit is about to go through something so much like it. Remember, her downfall was an heir. The hidden heir. The one she counted out. The one that she didn't know existed, didn't think existed, and didn't care if it did existed because she told herself she was so strong that she would have him eliminated before anybody ever heard of him. However, it didn't go her way, did it? Even the people that she wielded under, this is why I say, when you are a person of authority, you have to be careful with that iron wielding. Because you can be making enemies within your own camp that are waiting for the right time to strike. And this person has done that. And that's what Athaliah did. They had already made, her servants had decided to go behind her back and help with a crowning ceremony because they did not like her rule. They did not like how she ruled. They did not like her authority. They didn't like that. So, like I said, there are some people that act as though they are going with the program. The same way that person did. You see how that works? The same way they think that everybody going with their program is the same way that the person who's coming to take them down is coming. They coming just the same way. That's the irony. You think you're the only one with that strategy? There's always somebody learning. Ain't God good? So, ding dong, the bad witch might be going down. Okay? So, yeah, too much buffoonery, no real good leadership, only leading people into their demise, leading people to limits, leading people to where they're uneligible to touch to touch a throne, counting them out, making them self-delete themselves. Imagine you going with somebody and the whole time their campaign leaves you short at the door. You helping them, you supporting them genuinely, and the whole time they making sure that when y'all get to the door that you can't come in. Whole time you've been trying to help them so both of y'all can get in the door. But they didn't tell you that they pulled one last trick to make sure you shut out. That's this person. Oh, don't worry. They're about to taste their own recipe. And that was the Aries reading. All right, Taurus, let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Because that was funny. That was funny. That was funny. Boy, was it funny. Oh, what a tangled web we weave. Some people don't believe it until they see it. Some people don't understand that the world is indeed round. Yeah, they don't understand. So we've got the Page of Wands, okay? All right, that's Taurus. We've got the Page of Wands and we've got 14. The Page of Wands is inspiration, ideas, discovery, limitless potential, free spirit, exploration, excitement, and freedom. Okay, all right, there we have it. There is some freedom coming for you, Taurus, and we have balance. Okay, we've got multiple priorities, time management, adaptability, balance, and decisions. Someone has to make decisions. They have to balance out their life. They have to find some balance. Someone also has to forgive themselves. They have to forgive themselves and they have to move forward from it. Sometimes we do things that change our lives. They change our connections. It change the way we're received, okay? And sometimes we make decisions based on impulse, based on things that we should have never picked up, but that's a lesson for us to learn. Now, going forward, now that you made a decision or not made a decision, now that you're in the crux of a decision, it's up to you on how you're going to react, how you're going to play it out. Sure, some people get dumped and they decide that they're going to be bitter for the rest of their life, and some people get dumped and they decide that they're going to pick different people, or they decide that they're going to act different or present themselves different, or they're going to change their look or something like that, right? But this is what it comes to life. Life has decisions, okay? Most of the times you'll have at least two options. You'll have at least two options. And it's all up to you on how you're going to proceed past that moment. Will that be a teaching moment? Will that be a learning moment? Or is that this moment that made you, or was it very hurtful and it shut down some things on you? It shut down your heart. It shut down your acceptance. It shut down your love. It made you a bit cynical, right? So right now, we're going to ask Taurus to not let life's issues and boundaries and things of that nature come up and destroy their heart, because a contrite heart, you understand, and it's the true sacrifice, is a broken and contrite and froward heart. So we're going to ask you not to harden your heart and try to keep the possibility of real love true. Because if you get to that point where your heart is too hardened, you won't be able to hear your calling. You won't be able to seek better. You won't be able to elevate as much as you would if your heart was light. So try to hold on to a light heart. I know mistakes, some things are unforgivable, but you must proceed. You can't just lay down and die, all right? All of us will make decisions that we won't exactly feel proud about, but there's life on the other side. There's a teaching moment. Don't do it again, okay? And probably help someone not do it at all, okay? Because these are the things that God gives us. If you live through it and it does not make you weak, then it makes you strong enough to go forward and to teach from that moment. And a lot of us have stopped teaching ourselves. We stopped learning from ourselves. So if you stop learning from yourself, how can you teach someone else? Okay? So even though there might have been mistakes made, you're still human. You still have humanity in you. You do not have to attach yourself to a permanent mistake. Grow from this experience. Go forward. I'm not saying you can return back to the same spaces, but go forward and forward the lesson, okay? There you go, Taurus. We have a 2 and 14, temperance, temperance. Life is about how you handle things and move forward from them, okay? Don't become a bitter Betty, because someone else would definitely benefit from that. Don't give anybody that benefit, okay? Don't become a bitter Betty. 2 plus 14 is 16, which is a 7, which is a complete cycle. Somebody is learning a very harsh lesson, a very heavy lesson in life, but where would we be if there were no blessings or no lessons, okay? All right. Yep. And that's it. That's the 7 for the Taurus. We have inspiration, ideas, discovery, limitless potential, free spirit, exploration, excitement, and freedom, multiple priorities, time management, adaptability, balancing the decisions, and temperance. Balance, harmony, moderation, patience, being sensible, purpose, and finding meaning. Okay? All right. So let's get into Gemini. Our last one is going to be, we started off in Scorpio, so we're ending off in Libra. All right. So, it is now 5:51. 5:51 for anyone who needs to know the time update. 5:51. Okay, so Gemini, we have a 10 plus 4, that's 14. We have temperance, okay, Gemini. So, you know where you've been, you know where you're going, and you know where you are right now. There's some sneakiness, but you have to be strategic as well. You know that there are people that are around that want to do things to you. You have to also take some of the pages out of your enemy's books and learn how to adapt. Okay, so Gemini, you're called to ask yourself to adapt. Knowing what's happened in your past, knowing what might happen in your future, let's deal with the present and be strategic, because you are an emperor, you are a leader, but there are people who will seek to take your leadership away from you. Be aware of leading yourself. The best person to lead first is you. Others will follow, but you have to be strategic. You have to understand, and you have to let things be known first and foremost. You have to set your boundaries and your intentions, because if not, something's going to get past you. All right? So I'm asking you to be aware. Be an overseer of yourself and your situation. Lead yourself, the rest will follow. And be aware of the people who are following and how they are following. Some people will strategically place themselves in your life to knock you off balance. Remember, you're the leader, you're the emperor, you're on your right path. The best way to be a leader is to watch out. If you can't trust yourself in your own judgment, other people can't either. So catch whoever it is real quick. All right, Gemini, that was for you. It was real quick. It was curt. It was to the point. You are aware of your life. You're self-aware. You know what's good. You know what's bad. You also know that there are people who are strategically trying to place themselves in a way in which to knock you off your game. You are a leader. Leadership. Somebody's going to see what you're doing. They're going to see what you have to tiptoe through. And they're going to get some inspiration, because, hey, if you can lead yourself to the promised land, maybe you can give me some tips. All right? So be great, Gemini. I see Aries, Aquarius, double Aries here. So you're definitely on your bully, but also you are fiery, passionate about it. Hold on to this passion. It's fueling you, okay? It is going to be the catalyst to your leadership, all right? People don't like a person that's like, oh, man, okay? They need you to be a little inspirational. Sis boom ba, go get him! You can be a leader and a cheerleader at the same damn time. Who else want to give a good speech, that good pep talk, all right? Go forward, Gemini, and be great. Remember, temperance is what we have. That is our most strongest suit. Knowing when and how and where. All right. So, come on, Cancer. Well, dang. Cancer. The Two of Wands comes straight out. The Eight of Pentacles comes straight out. And the Knight of Swords. The Magician came out, so I'm going to take the 4. I'm going to take the 4 cards since it's here. Okay, Cancer. So we've got planning, progress, making decisions, discovery, leaving home, travel plans. Somebody got plans, they're planning, something's in their head. Eight of Pentacles, that is diligence, passion, high standards, apprenticeship, mastery, skill development, repetitive tasks. So somebody's building on something or they're getting better at it. They're practicing. Practicing does make perfect. 2 plus 8 is 10. So we've got the Knight of Swords hereafter, ambitious, action-oriented, driven to succeed, fast thinking, defending beliefs. So somebody's trying to master something or they're trying to get better at it so that they could go forward and apply it. And they're manifesting. So someone is trying to manifest an outcome in their favor. This is Cancer, Aries, Virgo, Capricorn, Aquarius, and the Mercury. Mercury retrograde is tapered out. So right now, this person is definitely trying something. Okay. This person is trying. Hey, before you start, this person is trying something. They're manifesting. They're trying to get better at something. Maybe family life, maybe home life. They're trying to balance something out. Whatever it is, or they're trying to just find a regular job or find some way to manage with the money that they have. Somebody is manifesting another lifestyle. Whatever they have, it might not be working out for them. So somebody is trying to manifest another way of life, another way to make a living. Okay? That's the Cancer reading. Sun, Moon, Rising. Take what resonates. Don't force the rest. Cancer, Aries, Aquarius, Virgo, and Capricorn. They're trying to find a way to manifest a new way of life. All right. There we have it. There we go. Let's go Leo, Virgo, Libra, and we started off in Scorpio, so Libra is the last one. Okay, Leo, let's go. I gotta go put on another load of laundry. Are you keeping up with your laundry? Any laundry tips? I know you're supposed to use hydrogen peroxide on protein stains. And you're supposed to put powder and cornstarch on oil so that it can soak it up. Those are my laundry tips. You got any? Looks like somebody needs to call their psychiatrist or their social worker or their caseworker or something like that. Yelling at me in the chat. Okay, so we've got the moon, which is usually matriarchal. It's mother. It's a mother figure. It's family, something like that. We've got the moon here. Then we've got the page of swords, which is new ideas, curiosity, thirst for knowledge, new ways of communicating, restless mental energy. So somebody is overthinking it. New beginnings, possibilities, innocence, spontaneism, optimism, trust in life, blind faith, adventure, opportunity, pleasure. Someone's about to take a leap of faith, okay? Somebody has new ideas. They have a thirst for knowledge, and they're about to set their sails to go. This doesn't look like a person who plans on staying anywhere too long, too bored. They're going to be happy. Look, it's like all this yellow. So, yeah. This person has got their mind on the prize, their eye on the prize, and you really can't take them off. You can't talk them down from this high that they're on. They are loving it. They are loving life, and life is loving them. And frankly, my dear, if they were to look down, what would they see? Hopefully not you. Yeah, so somebody is definitely enjoying life, loving life, and they're very unbothered. They're balanced, they're intuitive, and they're going toward the zest of life. Who wouldn't want to do that? Who wouldn't want to just be happy? Who's a Debbie Downer? Why would they want to do that? So somebody is enjoying. They're cutting off anything that comes toward their happiness because they are going toward this leap of faith. And don't they look good doing it? I love these sleeves. And the brocade is nice too. Okay, outfit. It's giving. It's giving. Okay. All right. Don't hate. She got the apple bottom jeans, boots with the fur. She got everybody looking at her. So somebody's expressing themselves. They're creative, and they ain't got time for that. That is beautiful, Leo. You go forward and you be great. You be seen. Okay, do your thing. Turn up, turn up. Be extra lit. This is Leo season. This was a Leo reading, and this where we are. Okay, okay. 18 is the number. 9, pray. Somebody is manifesting a really good life. Somebody is a prayer warrior. They are protected by God. They are protected by the Most High. They are protected by whatever they subscribe to. They are spiritually, and that they are spiritually what? Guarded. They in a bubble. They in a spiritual bubble. You bouncing off. They are what? They are rubber. You are glue. Whatever you say bounces off of them and sticks on to you. That is a great, 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 great thing to say when you already know. Okay, you already know. You don't have ill will people. Ill will for people. People have ill will for you. So you don't even got to do that. That affirmation works. It's the most innocent affirmation. It's childish sounding, yes, but it's a true affirmation. I am rubber. You are glue. Whatever you say negative bounces off of me and it sticks to you. Great affirmation. All right, Virgo. Virgo. Remember Lassie? Lassie. Where are you? Lassie was a collier. Was it a collier or something? What was that brand that Lassie was? What was that breed that Lassie was? Beautiful, beautiful dog. I remember Lassie. King of Wands, 4 of Pentacles, 2 of Cups. Beautiful. It was a collier. Okay, it wasn't a golden retriever. It couldn't have been a golden retriever. It was a collier. They are smart dogs. They are some of the smartest dogs. Yes, definitely a collie. Definitely. All right, King of Wands, natural leader, visionary, entrepreneur, big picture. Somebody is smart like that. They're smart. They're kind of loyal, but they're smart like that. They're beautiful like that. Is somebody's spirit animal just like Lassie? It's like Lassie. I remember I liked Lassie. I liked the way her hair bounced when she would come running, and how it's crazy how people will listen more to a dog than another human being. All right. That might be important. Sometimes I don't usually say things by coincidence. Somebody's a dog, or somebody's valuing a dog's opinion. Oh, somebody listening to it because it's a pretty bitch. It doesn't mean it's a smart bitch. It just is a pretty bitch. Okay, so this is why she's getting the benefit of the doubt, because she looks the part. This is why anybody's even paying her attention, because they might get a chance to touch it. Because Lassie is a pretty dog. And she's obedient. And she comes running. Oh. One of y'all got a pretty dummy that come running whenever you say come. Even though you don't think she the smartest or the brightest, at least she shows up and she ain't that bad looking in them. She not that hard on the eyes. She might not be a keeper, but at least she ain't ugly. Is that what I'm understanding? Okay, let me step away from that. All right, so Virgo. Saving money? Huh? Geico? Yeah. Natural leader, visionary, entrepreneur, big picture leader, overcoming challenges, mature, career focus, saving money, security, conservation, scarcity, control, frugality. All right. So you don't have to spend a lot of money here. You can basically play a lot of games. I told you the cheapest way is to get a slave is to have some good sex with them and make them a sex slave, and you don't got to spend that much money. So somebody saves money by keeping a spare wheel in this hole's back. Ah, y'all was thinking it. I said it. So you leading this thing in a circle. you got her throwing it in the circle and you saving money because now she willing to spend her money. So now you really saving money so that you can get to the chick that you want. So now you saving money because she like having Geico. That's your insurance. She's your insurance. If you ever believe that you're a man's insurance, drop him because he's a liability. Don't say I didn't tell you. So somebody likes to swing that thing. They like to do it. They like to put it on people. They like the visions of grandeur. They like to be leaders. They'll tell you about your kids and all that kind of stuff. They coming through like they really about to play father figure and daddy in your house only because they need you to believe that they are part of that they are going to be part of the solution when actually they are the problem. They just know that they can weaponize a union. They can weaponize future fake and they can weaponize you thinking that they're going to be your man, that they're going to be there, that they're going to be playing daddy dearest. Yeah, well, that's how they save money because now you trying to save him some money because you want him to stay. Yeah, I don't know how that's going to work. Yeah, so you got somebody jumping over a bunch of hoops because they thinking that you about to stay, but you only there to play because you saving up your money for the real woman that you really, really do want. And she's about to get everything from you as soon as you get rid of the other one. But this is the thing, when you play with people's heart, even though you might not like this chick and she might just be good looking and ain't worth a damn after the looks, she still might get upset with you because she felt as though you were going to stay. She let you eat all of the fruit snacks because she felt as though you were going to replace them. So I don't know what you're going to do, but you're going to have a problem on your hands if you a jellyback or she's a tyrant and she feels as though she's been played with. You're going to be waking up to busted windows, tires, and every damn thing else, and she might come after your new girlfriend. So you need to be real careful with who you playing with and who you moving on from. And 9 times out of 10, I wouldn't be trying to play house with nobody because people do not like being played with, whether they deserve it or not. People do not like being played with, especially when it comes to their resources. A lot of you guys like to mess with these women who got these vouchers, this TAMP, this temporary food assistance, and all this other kind of stuff because you feel as though this is why she's messing with you. Well, the same thing that could be the cause can be the cure. Some of y'all get with them knowing that they ain't got a whole rent to pay or they getting help and assistance, and y'all will take advantage of that because you know you don't have to pay no whole entire rent, because if you was with the woman that you really wanted, you would have to pay a mortgage, you would have to pay a car note, you would have to pay some insurance, you would have to pay for some things. So you was miss halfway and you treating her halfway, not realizing that she's expecting you to go all the way. So you be careful playing house with these little knuckleheads here because you could be the knucklehead too. And vice versa. If you know that your kids are the only reason why you surviving, why are you putting them in a precarious situation? If you know that the only reason why you got a voucher is because you have said kids, why would you let a man put you in this position where you could lose your voucher and he can leave too? And that's all I'm going to say about that. All right, there you have it. That is Virgo. Somebody needs to be very aware of the leverage that they give and the leverage that they have and the leverage that can be made out of anything, okay? Be aware. King of Wands, Sun, Moon, Rising, can be a male, can be a female. Don't be playing houses and future faking with people because everybody don't like that. Don't go telling somebody, oh, I'm pregnant, and you get money for an abortion and you don't have no, you're not pregnant. You just wanted some money for a new wig and an outfit. Some men, they will catch you and get your ass because they don't play with their money. All right, so that's vice versa. So Scorpio, Sagittarius, Capricorn, and Cancer. This was the Virgo reading. Don't be so quick to dirty up other people and try to keep yourself clean. Ooh. All right, Libra. Last but not least, Libra, we have the Wheel of Fortune coming back out again. Scorpio was the first, so Libra is the last. And we have the Seven of Wands, and we have the Devil. How embarrassing. Seems like he comes out about the same time every time. So the obsessed person is around, is aware, is here. How you doing, obsessed person? How you doing, other people who are here? Loving you guys. We are here. We are here. Thanks for all my subscribers. Thank you for showing up. Thank you for joining our journey and putting us into the algorithm, because there are other people who read other ways, and then there's me. Right? So there's a lot of us out here, and we all have different ways in which we communicate and get these messages out here. However, for the real ones, we all have a common denominator. We're getting you guidance. We're letting you know how much you're protected, and we're letting you know how much the demonic and the children of the night are rejected. What you need, babes? Ooh. Yeah, he starts in the morning. Go ahead. What? Beautiful, bright faced person. Yeah, I think I'm going to be making food this morning. Scratch breakfast. All right, so Libra, let's get you out of here because the devil is here, okay? All right, so 10, good luck, karma, life cycles turning, destiny point, change, inevitable, ups and downs, unpredictable. The wheel of fortune is turning. We don't know if it's going to be in your favor. All we do know is that you need to have your boundaries up at this time, right? There's somebody that's obsessed, somebody who's obsessive, shadow self, attachment, addiction, restriction, sexuality, temptation, reduction, destructive behavior, materialism, codependency, and toxicity. So all these things, all these elements, you have to have your boundaries up because somebody wants to push this onto you. Somebody wants you to be in your shadow self. Somebody wants to push you back into old timelines. Some people want you to reconnect with karmic. Some people want you to have unprotected sex. Some people want you to get an STD. Some people want you to hang with those people who were perverted. Some people want you to be in dangerous situations, okay? Some people want you in lack and scarcity. So it's for you to protect yourself against any of those people who would push you back into old paradigms. Some people want to see you addicted. They want to see you restricted. They want to see you hypersexual. They want to see you self-destruct. It is for you to stay away from these people, keep these people away from you, and keep up your boundaries. There are people that want to come around you and do all of these things and hope that they can put you in a situation or make you look as though you are with it. No, keep these people away from you. Keep your distance. Keep your disconnection. Your space is clean for a reason. Spiritual hygiene is at an all-time most high. You have to keep it going on because people want to put their nastiness on you. They want to put their nasty energy. They want to put their nasty habits. They want to put their nasty words, their nasty thoughts. They want to come into your area and pollute it. Some people really want to pass their pollution on to you while pretending to have their hands clean. It is up to you to keep up your barriers. It is up to you to be mindful of who you go into relationships and friends with. It's up to you to decide whether or not you're going to participate in that conversation or not. It's up to you or whether you're going to accept this contract or this handshake. It is really up to you. It is self-esteem. It is self-protection. Don't head for self-destruction, okay? So protect yourself before you wreck yourself, and let's keep going. Libra, move forward as the wheel of fortune does turn. This is a complete cycle. 10 plus 7 is 17 plus 15. Let's put it together. 5 plus 7 is 12. That's the 2. 3, 32. That's 5. Unexpected changes will be coming. How are you going to handle? Remember, temperance, temperance, temperance. Until the next time, it's been Nick. Don't come for me because somebody's definitely sent you. Bye-bye.